This is Commissioner Frank Avila Speaks, and the name of our show is The Two Bloomers. And as my guest, I have Joseph Sienna. Thanks for being on the show, Joe. And Joe is a published short story writer. He's the winner of the Northeastern Illinois Agency on Aging contest. And before that, Joe used to be a limo driver. And he has some great stories about celebrities that he drove all around Chicago. And my next guest is Sam DiMatteo. And Sam is an author. And the first book that he wrote was a high-tech gooseneck putter. And this book, he'll explain it, but he did a couple more books also based on the same type of story. So these are the late bloomers, Joe and Sam. Thanks for being on the show. Now, Joe, you must have had some good stories when you're driving all these celebrities around.
I do have a number of stories, enough maybe for a short book.
A short book?
Yes.
Well, let's
and I'm
say
putting
a couple.
them down now. I'm writing them down, and one day I hope to put them all together and maybe publish it.
Now, about Bob Hope. You have something about Bob Hope?
Bob Hope was a great guy. I drove him, and he was telling me that the first time he came to Chicago, he was scheduled to act at the Chicago Theater.
Yes.
And the evening before his show, he stood across the street from the theater, a little nervous, of course. This goes way back now. And he only had $10 in his pocket. Can you imagine Bob Hope just having $10 in his pocket?
Well, he was always he never wanted to spend any money.
Well, he was broke. This was early on in his early career, and I did drive him several times after that. One time I drove him, and he had a luncheon at the Palmer House. While I was waiting there, a man came and stuck his head in the window and asked if that was Bob Hope's hat that I had in the back seat. So I told him, yes, it was. Why? He said, I'll give you $100 for it. Of course, I couldn't sell the hat, so I told him I can't sell that hat. Well, when Bob Hope come down, I told him about it, and he said to me, why didn't you sell it? That was one of the stories. Yeah.
Now, how about another person, James Boggett?
Well, James Boggett was the illustrator of our book, as you know. He's a couple of years older than I am, and he would come at the Mathers More Than a Cafe with his wife. And he's a quiet man, tall, slim guy with a mustache, good-looking man. And they came regularly, and they more or less stayed with each other, which was good, you know.
Well, I stayed with my wife.
He mingled with the group too, of course.
Well, every time I go with my wife, I stay with her also.
Naturally, naturally. So after a few years, his wife passed away.
Yeah.
And he became, I think, depressed. And when Sam came along and asked him to illustrate the book, I think it gave him a new life. It gave him a purpose.
I see. So he was your illustrator.
He was our illustrator.
And that's for your new book.
That's for the new book, the Polly and the Pirates.
And you know, you mentioned you want to name this show The Two Bloomers. Why did you want to name it Two Bloomers?
I showed some of my activities what I was doing. The doctors always ask you what you're doing.
Yes.
They want to know how you're getting along. So I showed him some various projects that I had, some writing and some woodworking projects. And he said you're a late bloomer.
A late bloomer?
A late bloomer. So that's where the bloomers came from.
I see. Is Sam a late bloomer?
Sam's a late bloomer also.
Okay, bloomer. Because, you know, when I hear the word bloomers, I think of something else.
I know.
But you guys
Yeah.
are the two bloomers, late
You
bloomers.
think of pink items.
Now, tell me a little bit about your book.
The Polly and the Pirates book.
Yeah, well, first,
Well,
yeah.
that's a, I guess, kind of a lengthy tale about that. Sam came to me and asked if I would help him with the book, and we co-author it. Prior to that, I met Sam at Mathers,
Yeah.
and he had an art exhibit there.
Oh, and is that how you met Sam?
That's how I met Sam.
And Mathers is
showed-
for seniors.
Yeah, it's a senior center.
Is throughout the city of Chicago.
It's
And
in
the
Chicago
suburb, yeah.
area. Well, there's several in the United States too.
Oh, and that's where I met Joe and Sam
Right.
at Mathers. Okay.
And at the time, I had with me a little memorial booklet that I had written, and I showed it to him.
Yeah.
And he was impressed with it, and that's why he asked me to help him
Write the book.
write this book. Well, during the course of the writing of the book, I had a medical problem, and I wound up at the rehab, and I was there for 3 months.
Oh my God.
Well, during that time, we had started the book, of course. During that time, Sam visited me every day, and we worked an hour or two on the book.
So Sam, so you're the author of the high-tech gooseneck putter,
That is correct.
and also you're the recipient of a national creative award from the Leading Age, and also you're also a facilitator with Joe as a creator writing group,
That
right?
is right.
And you're also a laughter yoga leader. Boy, yeah, you know, you guys are everything now. So explain the book then, Sam.
Well, my first book was called The High-Tech Gooseneck Putter. I was watching TV, and a sportscaster said there was a goosing collecting golf balls on a golf course. I scratched my head, and I said, what, is she crazy? Or did she get hit in the head with a golf ball? Well, I decided that she got hit in the head with a golf ball. I wondered, did she have a family? How many in her family? And then I wondered what the flock thought of her behavior. And I wrote a note. The flock giggled, gaggled, wiggled, waggled, and toppled over backwards laughing. I thought that was cute. So what I did is I wondered, my interest was piqued, so I wondered what would happen if one of these golf balls hatched. So then I wrote a story about a family of strange, dysfunctional Canada geese who are seeking recognition from the flock.
And so that you were the author of the Gooseneck Putter book.
Yes,
You had Joe help you with your second book,
correct.
and also you had James Boket, and you met him also at Mathers as an illustrator. So the late bloomers, and that's where that word came from, the late bloomers. See, guys and girls, whoever to accomplish things in life, there's no ending what you could do in your life. Right, Sam and Joe?
That
That's
is
right.
correct.
Yeah, there's something new every day, and every day is an adventure.
Yes, and your adventure are co-authors now on this new book. Sam, talk about your creative award. I mentioned.
Oh, well, the ladies, this management of Mather nominated me for an award from Leading Age. Leading Age was looking for the top 50, because it was their 50th anniversary, seniors, and I was fortunate to be nominated by Mather for the award. And it was for sharing my creativity with others. And James was one of them. James Bourget, he was a quiet fellow, but I used to see his drawings in the back wall, and it was Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. He never could sell them because they were
Yeah.
copyrighted, but he decided, I saw his paintings and drawings, and I said, James, would you help me out? Well, his wife had just passed away a couple of weeks ago, and he was really, really feeling down, you know. So anyway, he decided to help me, and after he decided, his daughter told me that it just kept him so busy and he was having so much fun doing it that it probably extended his life. Well, I'm happy because James was a quiet individual, but his drawings spoke loud and clear about how well he did.
So, and that was your first book. Now you and Joe are co-author on your second book, right? And
Yes.
what is that name of your second book?
River Village, Polly and the Pirates. And Frank, I was doing a video over here with you,
Yeah.
and Joe was watching, and I said, after I was through, I said, Joe, I'm going to put you on television. Well, I figured I had a story that I was going to work with Joe. Joe is a very good writer, and we get along fine. We're both of a Sicilian extraction. We both went to Wells High School, 10 years apart. So we had a lot in common.
But you both didn't marry the same woman, right?
No.
Okay, I tell you, you okay, that's what I want to make sure.
No, we had other women. And, well, the first book, I would tell Frank what I wanted, James what I wanted in there, and James would draw whatever he read in the book.
Oh, so he drew and you wrote.
No,
what-
we wrote first.
Oh, you wrote first?
And
Okay.
then now on the second book,
Yeah.
James had made so many pictures that I didn't know what to do with them all. So I decided that we would write a second book from the pictures.
Okay, I understand.
And I had Joe help me. I told him I'd put him on TV, but he won an award before I couldn't. You put him on before. He just won't listen to me.
And now, what is your second book about?
Well, it's called Polly is Captured by Pirates.
Okay.
And she's from River Village. And while she's captured there, she's in the water and she's about to die, and she's going to plug the leaks up in the boat, and she sings, plug the leaks up, Polly Z, your true love Sammy will be waiting, your true love Sammy will be waiting just for you. And it goes on from there, and Joe has a song that he'll sing from the book.
Oh, now who wrote the song?
We collaborate.
Jointly. We wrote it jointly.
I see. So the first song in the book, is that what Joe's going to sing?
No, he's going to sing about the second or
You
third.
want me to
Okay.
sing?
Yeah. I want you to. And what tune does that go by? Any tune?
It's a rap song.
A rap song. Oh, okay. So here we're going to have Joe Sienna, the rap singer and co-author.
I'm out to sea, about to see. What can it be and do for me, this sea? It rocks and rolls, so I'm told. I must be bold. And that's the rap song.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Now, did you each write a song?
We wrote several songs.
Seven
Yes,
songs?
there are several songs in here.
Well, not me, we, it is we.
Yes.
The words were written and gone over by us. We wrote a song. Polly was on an island, and she met a penguin and another Hawaiian goose,
Yeah.
and they were singers. And the penguin sings, "My name is Penguin. I'm a hip hop, flip flop, bebop rapper, a real knee slapper. Don't I look dapper?" We wrote that for kids.
Yeah. Well, the kids like that type of song.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Yeah. Now, how about a poem? You guys write stories? or
Yes.
You write songs, but I know you guys write poems also. How about Joe? Can you read a poem?
I have two of them here.
Two of them? Okay.
If you don't mind.
Yeah. So Joe Sienna is a rap singer. He's a poet, and he's an author
Right.
in the Late Bloomers.
The late bloomers. This one is entitled Time. Time, time, what is your haste? You fly so fast there is none to waste. In my youth there was plenty to spare. I used you frivolously, without a care. As I now think back to days long gone, I wonder how I could be so wrong. To think there would forever be time unlimited just for me. There are things undone and words not said. I'd like to change the life I've led, though I've danced the tune and sang the song without a thought of right or wrong. I've enjoyed good times and suffered the bad. I've taken what there was to be had. Mostly time has been good to me. I now wonder what is to be. I should have known you wouldn't last, and while I cannot change the past, I can face tomorrow without fear and enjoy life while I'm still here.
I like that poem. Excellent. Excellent.
That's good.
Where when you're young, you got a lot of time.
You don't have a care in the world.
No
You don't think of tomorrow.
No. But the bloomers, Joe and Sam, at their age right now, I think you're doing more than what you did when you were young, probably.
In this line, yes.
In the short period of time
Yes.
that we have on this earth, I mean, you guys, I think you guys are the top co-authors of children books. And,
Thank you.
and
Well, thank
also,
you.
also on the top, what do you call that, hip hop or rap singers.
Rap singers.
Rap singers of children books. The top here. So you can go out and look at your book. The name of his book is River Village, Polly and the Pirates. You know. Okay, are you going to read a second poem?
Yes, I do have a second, entirely different type thing. Sometimes we go back in memory and remember some things. This is entitled The Cinema.
Cinema, okay.
The Cinema. The other night I watched the show, a film of long, long ago. It was a Western with horses and cattle and the straight-shooting hero ready to do battle. It reminded me of my boyhood days when cowboy heroes were the craze. The sheriff wore a white hat and the rustlers' hats were black. A secret valley where the cattle were hidden. Horses always were saddled, ready to be ridden. The posse galloped swiftly in chase, like a high-stakes claiming race. Bullets flew fast and hot, though seldom was there a fatal shot. The white hats, all good men, always won in the end.
Now, can you read a poem that you wrote in your new book?
Yeah, the new book.
Yeah,
yes, I think so.
I was reading it, and I think it's on page, what, 28?
Page 28. Yes. The poem is called Tears, and this is where Polly is thinking of home. She's thinking of her friend Sammy.
Her boyfriend.
Her boyfriend,
right? Her
Sammy.
boyfriend, Sammy.
That's how she.
And
got
why is she thinking? First, I'm going to ask Sam answer that question. Before, why is Polly thinking of Sammy? What happened to her?
All the girls think of Sammy. No, Sammy is her love, and in the first book, they were separated.
Okay.
And in the second book, she was blown into a tree, and she thinks of Sammy all the time.
And they both haven't found each other yet.
Not yet.
And that's where your second book is about, that the pirates.
Yes.
She's with the pirates now.
Yes. One last thing. Sammy, she's always saying, Sammy, you give me goosebumps. And it's an intriguing story about an adventurous goose, Polly Z, who relies on her planning abilities to help her through difficult situations. The book is about planning.
Planning for kids.
Right.
For kids, yes.
And maybe adults too. Right? Okay, Joe, read that poem.
Okay, it's entitled Tears. I write with an ache in my heart because we are so far apart. It's no surprise that there are tears in my eyes. Each night I weep before I go to sleep. Oh, Savvy, don't you know I miss you so? I long for the day we finally meet.
Excellent. You know, your book is excellent because, as Sam said, that your book is about planning. Polly gets lost. She gets captured by the pirates. It has the rap songs in there, has the poetry in there. I mean, it has everything for young kids to read about a book about Polly
And planning.
and planning.
And planning.
Yes.
I have a song.
Okay, you have a song? Okay, go on.
Okay.
Here's what the book is about for young kids. It's called Planning Now. Planning to and fro in a way that makes it fun. Over the plans we go, thinking all the way. Plans on shirt tail swing, making decisions right. Oh, what fun it is to sing the planning song tonight. Planning now, planning all the way. Make yourself a daily plan and have a happy day.
You know, songs and music. You know, I have a granddaughter. She's 3 years old, and she loves to sing. And this is what your book is all about:
Yes.
is that make kids happy,
Yes.
make them happy with songs, make them happy with adventure. And how did she win over the pirates, Joe?
How did she get to the pirate ship?
Yeah, no, win over the pirates.
Win over, win.
Win.
Oh, win over the pirates. Pirates. Well, she was quite talented. She was a singer and a
Singer,
dancer and an
yeah.
entertainer.
Entertainer.
And even though the captain had intended originally to eat her for Christmas,
Yes.
he was going to fatten her up and eat her. Her personality and her entertainment won over the sailors,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't let him eat her, of course. And after a while, she became befriended by him and helped them quite a bit.
Huh? And so you see that what we have to do in life, we have to be what, Sam?
You know, I'm all that, whatever it is that we're supposed
Sing,
to be.
nice to people,
That's right.
win them over, find ways how to win people over. Not by force, but by what? By
Giving,
By giving, right?
mostly.
We're both volunteers.
You give of yourself.
Yeah. And that's what your book is all about.
Yeah.
Well,
Teaching the kids.
I was an abused child,
Okay.
and I want to make children laugh and
Yeah.
happy.
Yes.
And I also wrote books because it gives me a legacy.
Yeah.
And I wanted to make some money. Well, we could forget about that. But writing for me was the hardest challenge of my life.
Oh.
And I've succeeded, and I feel very proud of myself. And I try to help other people any way I can.
So now this is your second book, and this is and your second book is co-author by Joe Sienna
Correct.
and Sam DiMatteo, right?
Yes,
And it's Polly and
River Village, Polly.
River Village, Polly and the Pirates. Now, what's your third book?
We haven't
I mean, you got a lot
started
of things to do in
we-
your first book to take from the third book.
We were thinking about it, and Joan and I were discussing it today. We have a bunch of pictures of little gooses doing a lot of things, and I'm thinking that maybe we could do a hip hop
Yeah.
song on every page. you
On
know.
every page? Oh,
Well, there's maybe 20 pages or
oh,
so.
the kids will love that.
Children love words.
Yes.
They loved like tongue twisters, you
Yeah.
might say,
Yes.
and they love songs.
Huh?
And I guess it makes them feel good.
Yeah. Good.
So,
So,
that's what it's geared toward.
so any final words you want to say, Sam and Joe? Each say to the audience about your book. I do love that third book that you're going to do.
The new one, yes.
Oh, I love that third
Yeah,
book.
Well, we have to think of hip hop songs, and we got to get into our childish mode.
Childish mode. The late bloomers.
The late bloomers.
In their late bloomers, they wrote children's book because on Joe's poems that he put in the book, and the poem that you read, that when we're young, we got a lot of time, but in the late bloomers, here they have accomplished maybe cover 20 years in a short period of time.
Frank, what I'd like to thank is Mather Lifeways, because Mather gave me an opportunity to see the world.
Oh.
And they nominated me for things, and I volunteer, and Joe volunteers, and it's a place that caters to seniors.
Yes, and here Joe won the award, and you started writing when you got into Mathers, Joe?
No, I started writing a number of years ago. When I was driving in between jobs, and sometimes we had to wait for
Yes.
the customer to do whatever business he had to do and then come out. So we had some time on our hands. Well, I just got tired of reading National Geographics and doing crossword puzzles, so I decided just to start writing.
Yeah.
And that's how generally it came about.
And if anyone wants to come into Sam and Joe writing class, create a writing class, call up Mathers.
Yes.
It's a senior group, and if you think you cannot write, you always have a story.
You always have a story.
And so come, and Joe and Sam will get that story out of you, and maybe you become an author too, and you can become famous like Sam DiMatteo and Joe Cecina, the top authors in children's book, the top authors in children's poems, rap music. I do love that rap type of music for the kids there. And this is, are your rap songs going to be all about Polly?
Well,
It was about the pictures, not exactly Polly, but there are various other geese in the pictures. It'll be right about what the pictures are.
Good.
Generally.
And maybe you start instead of creating writing class, be creating song and writing group.
We do have a songwriting group at Mathers, by the way, and we have a couple of songs that are on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube?
Yeah,
Yes.
that we've written.
Oh, excellent.
The group has written.
Oh, the group, oh.
Yeah, I've written one of them, and the group has written the other one.
Frank, I want to tell you that.
And the water and all living creatures.